Hey guys, it's Amy with Thing to Plan, and I am back with my monthly flip through of my planner lineup. So I have my stack of planners here for the month of August, and I'm really excited about flipping through this. And this will actually be the last month that I show you two of these planners. And so I'm thinking moving into September, especially with like some of the changes I've made with like how I've set up my work planner. I just want to be able to leave that at work and not bring them back home, the work planner back home. So you'll see the flip through here for August, and it'll be the same setup basically from August until July of next year. And that'll be it for that work planner. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip through Sophia's memory book just so you can see what it looks like for August, but it has been the same for the entire year of 2021. And so this will be the last time I flip through this one. And so just moving into September, October, November, and December, I'll just be flipping through my personal planners, basically. I do enjoy doing these flip throughs, and so I just really love being able to do my lineup. And so I have these two planners. Again, I'll just flip through these really quickly. These are the two that are not necessarily my personal planner. I use them for different purposes. This first one is Sophia's memory book. What I use for her memory book, let me just get into August, is going to be this seasonal planner that I picked up on clearance at my goals a long time ago. And I've been using the January through December parts of it. And so it looks like this. It's super cute. I've just been decorating this, enjoying doing the decorative planning in this. And then the second half of it is this old kids layout planner from 2018, I believe, that I've just been redating. I haven't started redating yet. Here, you can see like it's like completely off. It's like random month, random dates, like all out of order. And so I will be redating it so I can use it for August. I haven't done that yet, but that's on the list of things to do for this planner. And so that's Sophia's memory book. What I do in the first part of it, and this part of it is just do like memory planning. So I'll decorate before the week starts, and then put in major events. And then if I have time or want to, I'll go back and add photos and artwork, things like that. And then in the second half, what I do is keep like the longer journaling parts of it. So like what she says, the like funny quotes that she has, different stories that she's telling, that kind of thing. And so I've been enjoying doing that for Sophia's memory book. Now, I just recently did a series, a short, small series on setting up this planner. And so this is my teacher work planner. What I have in here is a big planner that I have redated for the entire academic year from August until July. And so let me make sure I'm flipping into something that will work, that doesn't have student names in it. And so this planner is already set up. I went ahead and recorded the video for all of my monthly spreads, and I then went back and just like kind of added even more stickers to it. So this is what it looks like for August, and it's ready to just like what I use this for is just to track all of my work hours. And then the weeklies are not decorated yet, but I plan to do this as part of my like wrap up and downtime for work, and I'll be decorating as I need to if I want to. And I'll be tracking here like my teaching, any advising that I do, and then administrative tasks that I have. And I'll use the section for to-do list, and then like here I'll just kind of like put the stickers and meetings and things like that that I need to keep track of my work week. And so that's the plan for my work planner. Super excited about using this. Right, so those two planners are the two that are going to be staying the same until the end of the year. And so I won't, as I mentioned before, I won't be flipping through these two anymore for the monthly setup. What I will be flipping through is going to be my personal planner. Now, if you've been following along for a while, you'll know that I have kind of like this weird dichotomy where I like things to be the same, but I also want things to change up. And the way that I kind of like work it out in my head is that the things that stay the same are, as you just saw, my work planner and the memory book that I use for Sophia. But my personal planner can change like day by day, week by week, month by month. And so I pretty much just try all the like creative new stuff in terms of like functional planning or switching between layouts, that type of thing, in my personal planner. And so let's go ahead and go through this. You'll see here I have 3 planners. And so we'll start at the very top. And this is the change up that I'm going to be making for August. So the very first change is that I'm going to be reincorporating daily planning into my routine. And I don't need daily planning, but it's just been fun to do daily planning just to have the extra notes with like Sophia going back to school and me going back to work, I think I might just need the daily planning just in case I feel like overwhelmed. And when I feel overwhelmed, I want to write more. And so these are pages from At a Glance that I cut down to mini size. I do have this in a recollections cover. There is a Happy Planner goal getter cover with the lavender discs on here, and then wellness warrior dividers, and then the daily pages themselves are from At a Glance, and I've already got my notes in here and it's kind of just ready to go. This one usually is just pinned to paper, and so I am moving back into daily planning. I don't think that I'll need it necessarily, but I'm just going to go back to that just so I have it. So that's the very first thing. Now, because I am switching to daily planning, what I was using in July for personal planning and just like keeping track of my personal tasks and like events and things like that was this Skinny Classic. Well, because I have the daily planner now, I had to come up with like a new plan for this. I didn't want to like just let this go to waste for the month of August. And so what I'm going to be doing for the month of August, and I did like an example page here already, is going to be using this kind of more like an art journal slash creative journal slash junk journal. And so this will be a chance just for me to use up stickers and use some of the ephemera that I have just in my space, do some stamping, and just have a little bit of fun with it. And so I did, again, like I did the first little bit here just to kind of see if I would enjoy it, and it is fun, so I'm excited about kind of jumping into this. One of the things that you might see as I move into the month is I think that because of like the daily pages, I don't actually need that many daily pages. I might move some of the daily pages over here too and use them as part of the junk journal, creative journal slash art journal, whatever I'm calling it. And so this will be just like for fun, and that's what I will be doing with this. So this is what it looks like, just to have a clean page, and you can see that it's just kind of a like blank canvas pretty much for whatever I want to do. And so this will be just kind of an art journal. And so that will be that planner. So that is it. Now, the last thing that I'll be flipping through is my Franken planner. And so this little setup here, got a couple of changes. The first thing is I went ahead and added back the frost covers here. I noticed that I was using this so much that the back cover was becoming like scratched up. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit scratched up. So I just thought I should protect it a little bit more. And so that's one of the changes. And then the other change was I went ahead and moved this to expander discs. Now this is the very first time that I've used expander discs, and I'm realizing that I actually love it. And so I don't know why I never used expander discs before, especially for my Franken planner, which is super chunky, but I love it. And so it's just a great system and setup for me, but it also is super heavy. So that's one of the reasons why I have to have my bonus planner, which you'll see at the very, very end. And so this is my Franken planner. What I have in here are all the sections that are not work, not memory planning, and not my personal daily planner, okay? And so what I have in here is, first of all, just like the hello page here. And then the very first section is going to be my future log. This is where I keep track of like all the dates that are outside of August. And so of course it's like multiple like months here. But like once I get to August, I basically transfer all of these dates from August into my personal planner. And then when I have events that are occurring in September, October, November, December, or even beyond that, I'll make note of them in here. And so a lot of these are work tasks, but I've also have personal tasks like leadership events, different like things like travel that are coming up. So it's just pretty much everything that I want to make note of that is occurring past August. So that goes in here. I have this set up with the sophisticated florals pages through 2022, and then what I have is I went ahead and created my own for 2023 and 2024. And so what I did here was basically like saved a set of perpetual calendar pages and then found pages from other planners that I then could glue down on, and you can kind of see it here where they're glued down like that. And so I did it for 2023 and 2024, and I haven't written in any of this, so I think that should be enough space for me to like track all future events, I think. Okay, so first section, future log. Second section here is I'm going to be converting this into my home section. And so this section right now only has this one sheet where I track chores, but I will probably over the course of the month like add in a couple of other like more bullet journal style pages, different like checklists of things that I want to do for the house, and so that will live in this section. Now section number 1 and section number 2 have changed a little bit. So section 1 in previous months has been my work section, and section 2 has been my personal section, like my like personal planner, but I am converting those two to be something that's outside of my personal planner and my work planner. So it is now, section 1 is now my future log, and section 2 now is my home planner. And so I think that'll work for me. All right, the rest of the sections remain the same. All right, so my third section is always budget. And so for budget, what I have been doing in the past, I've done everything for budget, I feel like. But what I have done in July was use like the caregiver extension pack and try to use up some of those pages. What I decided to do in August is just make my own pages. And these are old like notes pages from like a monthly layout, a super old planner. I think this is from 2019. And I'm just going to use like the right hand side of it. I will actually probably set up my budget stuff in a separate video, but you can see these are all like the last pages where like it's like the other side of the currently page. And so I just have a bunch of them, and I'm just going to use just this right hand side, and I have it set up to where each category that I use in my budget is listed on its own sheet. And I am going to be doing a separate video setting up the budget part of it. So this is where my budget stuff lives, right? Fourth section is always wellness. And so again, it's going to be changing up a little bit. What I was using in July was like actually a current planner that is running until December of this year. And so that was great. And then I went into my closet and started cleaning out, decluttering some of my planner stuff, and found a couple of extra planners that are still current. I know, like it's just crazy the amount of stuff that I have. But what I decided to do, something I've been mentioning in a couple of videos now, is that I've really been wanting to try to separate the gratitude journaling side of things from my food log. And so because I found that second, or like, another current planner, what I am going to do in August is split it up to where I am going to be using the wellness layout for gratitude and a separate planner for food logging. So let me just flip to what it looks like. It's going to be this color block layout. And what I'm going to do is basically just track, in the shaded sections, it will be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then in the not shaded, the white sections, what I'll be doing is tracking snacks. I consider like dessert, for example, a snack. And then I have snacks like either before or after lunch. And so it's just space for me to kind of like track those notes. And even though this is kind of like set up differently, I'm just going to extend the boxes, like at least mentally, and it will still be breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and snack. And so that's what I'm going to be using for my food log, and I'm really excited about that. The second part of this will be my wellness section. And so in this section, I'm going to basically be journaling. And so here, I will be using a lot of stickers and just kind of like finding a space in here to write about each day. And so this is going to be a little bit different than the creative journal, the art journal that I'm talking about, because in the art journal, I'm just going to be gluing stuff, taping stuff down. Here, I'm actually going to be writing. And so here's where the actual journaling occurs. And so I'm hoping that this works out, that I am splitting up these two things so that way I can have more of a focus in each of these planners. But if it doesn't work, then September is always a new month and I can change it up. So that is the plan though for August for my wellness, is to split up food tracking and my gratitude. All right. Fifth section is my birthday memory book. And so in July, I was doing a couple of different things. And if you are interested in seeing what I did for that, you can watch my July flip through, which will probably come out either end of this week or next week. But I'll do a flip through of all of my personal planners for July. But what I'm going to be doing in August is moving back to like just tracking things on a perpetual calendar. This is a current perpetual calendar that is from one of the faith planners, the classic size faith planners. I don't remember the name of it, but it is current. And so what I do here is just kind of track the books I've been reading, any trips I take, any like kind of bucket list items that I've completed for my 40th birthday. And my birthday is at the end of the year, and so I still have plenty of time to kind of get stuff done. So I'm excited about that. All right. This sixth section is always Sophia's memory book, which I have shown you. So this section is empty, right? I use this as kind of a placeholder, like if I want to actually travel with this planner, which I don't anticipate doing in August, but if I like go to a planner meetup or do anything like that, then I'll put Sophia's memory book in here, so that way I can just like carry one planner rather than carrying like 6 or 7 planners. Okay, so that's what goes here. This seventh section is always social media, and I actually set up the entire month of August for social media, but what I decided to do was move back into a vertical layout for social media. And what I'm going to be doing is in this top row, I'll be tracking YouTube, In the middle row, I'll be doing Instagram, and then this bottom one will be any notes about like other social media, like Facebook, Pinterest, or just like planner related topics. That is kind of the plan. I just feel like I was using like the lined vertical in previous months and it was just too much space. Like I wasn't really, some weeks I would write a lot and some weeks I wasn't writing anything. So I think this will work out to be able to use this. So I have it set up for the entire month. So I'm actually going to do a flip through of all of the like super simple spreads that I've done here. So here's the first one, using stickers from Summer Vibes. All right, then I did this spread. These boxes here, I actually put this here because on the 9th, the announcement for Squad comes out. So I'm super excited about that. Usually they have about 20 people who are part of the squad. I do have space for extra boxes, but I like to make note of who they are and what their IG handles are so I can follow them. So that's the space for that. I'm super excited about the announcement. Good luck to everyone who's applying. So that's this spread. Actually, today is the last day to apply, so like get on it if you're watching this today. So anyway, good luck to anyone who did apply then, because I'm assuming most people watch this after the fact. So this is my spread for that. This one I just did a super simple spread here, and because I took up an entire box, I'll have to figure out like where I want to put like one of the categories. Probably I'll just delete like Facebook and like other planner related stuff as a category and just list that on the side or something like that. Right, so this spread is done. And then this one I was using super old stickers, like one of the like 5 sheet sticker packs from the Happy Planner that they released even before like the 30 value pack stickers. And so I was trying to use up some of those stickers. Yeah, and it's done. Again, I took up this space, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do to like probably on the sidebar here, I'll just make note of like whatever maybe YouTube videos I've done for the week, that kind of thing. All right, so that's social media, and that's the last page for August. And so this planner, FYI, is a Disney planner, the old version, the very first release of Disney planners, Disney Princess planners. And so I'm trying to use it up because it is current. And so that's there. And then the last section is my faith section. And what I am doing here is just taking blank paper. I can do it as a vertical, as a horizontal, and kind of like journal out. But I also have pages in here that are like super like fun to color, that kind of thing. And I feel like I might need something like that in August. I might just have more downtime and just be able to color a little bit more, or like at least it'll be like the goal to be able to do some of that type of stuff as part of my prayer and meditation time. And so I just have like blank or like kind of blank pages to use in here. Now these pages didn't come from a Happy Planner. These are from the All Glam. No, that's not even right. It's the Art of Journaling like planner sets that came out at Walmart like years and years ago. I don't even know if you can find them anymore at Walmart, but I know that they might be available on Amazon. So if I can find it, I'll link that for you. And so that is the setup for my Franken planner. This is my personal Franken planner. And so this is pretty much all the sections that are not elsewhere. And so then I have my art journal, creative journal, and then my personal daily planner, as well as my memory book and my work journal. So that's pretty much it for my setup. I will show you one final bonus planner that I use. This last planner is one that is fairly redundant, and so I don't necessarily consider it part of my lineup. It's just the one that I am going to be carrying around with me. But what I do with this planner, which is housed in my wallet, is basically transfer notes from place to place. And so this is my on-the-go planner. I don't decorate it at all. You'll see in here that it's like super messy. If I can get to like the page that I'm looking for. It's super messy. And like I just write in pencil, just like all the notes, right? And so this is my vision for this planner. What I'm going to do in here is basically when I have work things that happen outside of my office, outside of like my workplace, like if I'm at home, for example, and I need to track something that happened outside of like normal work hours, or if I have something that needs to go into my personal planner or my Franken planner, but I'm at the store, I'm going to make note of it in this planner. All right. And then I'm just going to transfer it back to the planner that it's supposed to live in as soon as I get back to that office. And so the plan is to be able to take the information here and just put it straight into where it goes, whether that's at home or at work. You can see it was pretty messy. Like I actually am using an outdated planner that I guess I should show you. instead of just kind of flipping through it. So it's an outdated planner. I just cross out the dates and just put the normal, like, or like that, the current date. And it's like super messy, super simple, but it's from like 2020. And I'm just going to use it, you know, and try to get rid of it. And so that is the plan for that planner, and that's a bonus video, or like a bonus planner, I think, just because it's meant to be just a temporary storage for notes that are supposed to permanently live somewhere else. And so that is my planner lineup. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I really enjoy planner lineup videos, and so I love doing these every month. But moving into the future, I'll be doing probably just my personal planner lineup, rather than trying to flip through every single planner that I use, because I do use several. My personal planner is the one that changes the most, and so that's the one I want to flip through and just kind of talk out some of the changes that I'm making each month. And so that's the plan for moving into the future. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video. Bye guys.